welcome back to this YouTube channel and welcome back to the Power You Have as a Woman book read series. Okay, I think this is episode 2, right? Because if you miss out on the first episode, I encourage you to go watch it. So today we are having episode 2 of the book The Power You Have as a Woman book read series. All right, so before we go into the book read series or the book read activity, I want to first encourage you guys. So please go get the book. It's available on Amazon. The link will be under the description page of this video. Okay, so all you have to do is follow the link and go grab your copy. All right, so first of all, I'll say thank you to all those that have gotten the book and all those that are reading it and imbibing the wisdom in the book. I want to say thank you all. um I look forward to the transformation. I look forward to the testimony, and I look forward to hearing the feedback from the book. What are the things that resonate with you and things that you're going to be doing differently? Okay. So let me know. And if there's anything that you feel like the book missed out on, we can always have, second and third edition. So let me know. All right. So I look forward to hearing from you all. Okay, so one thing we're going to be doing very differently, all right, in this book read series is that we're just going to be opening up some different chapters and taking out, key highlights and discussing it, all right? So at first I thought we'll just go like sequentially, but from my spirit, I feel like all we just have to do is open up a chapter, read a particular portion of the book and kind of like, share more insight of what that particular chapter means and what it talks about. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing randomly as we go about the Power You Have as a Woman book read series. All right, and I look forward to the conversation. In the comment section, or you can reach out to me directly. Okay, all of our detailed contact is available in the YouTube bio page. Okay, and you can also check out our website for all the details. All right. Okay, so I'm really excited to be here to share this insight with you. And today I'm going to be going towards chapter 3. For me, chapter 3 is like the favorite part of the book because there, I started, by the inspiration of God, I started explaining how people can actually break out of the limitations, especially for us women, right? Like, when you know what to do and you want to do it, there's always the I can't do it. There's always the what will people say, there's always something that tries to limit you from doing that which you are to do, or doing that which you're inspiring to do, or doing that which God has called you to do. Sometimes the limitations can come from inner convictions of yourself, or it can also come from your environment. Okay, so one of the ways you can actually become who God has designed for you to be is that you first have to break away from those limitations. You have to step out, step out of those limitations, step out of those obstacles, all right, from your mind, from your environment, to be able to step into that person that God has designed and wants you to be. Until you do that, you will not be able to become who God has wanted you to be. That's how it goes. Okay, so in chapter 3 and chapter 4 is like my favorite part of the book because it shows you what you can do to break off of those limitations before you can be restored, before you can, get to where you want to be. One of the things that I talked about in the book and the way the book was sequential is, first of all, letting you understand who you are as a woman, letting you understand that you are not who society says you are. You are not who the government says you are. You are not who the family says you are. You are who God says you are. So you have to first know, first be awareness. The first two chapters is all about awareness of your entire being, and then the next chapters was about how you can break out of the limitations, and the last chapter is restoring who you are, which is your divine self. So that's why for me, chapter 3 is like the bang bang part, because until you get through with chapter 3 and 4, you can become chapter 5, 6, and 7, because that's exactly the major aspect that requires work, that requires intentionality, that requires a lot of effort from your side, that requires a lot of things. Okay, so that's the reason why chapter 3 and chapter 4 is my favorite part. And today we're going to be reading just a little extra from the book. In chapter 3, page 33. If you have your book there, you can just open it and see it for yourself. I talk about the power of choice. Many of us women don't understand that we have something called choice. Everyone has choice. God has given us the ability to make choices. Choice is something that is so crucial as a woman that you have to know you have. And so I said in the book that choice is sacred, and it is one of the tools that you can employ to break free from limitations. Choice is how you rewrite your story day by day, moment by moment. When you choose truth over fear, purpose over pressure, presence over performance, you begin to break the limitations from the inside out. Choice starts with that only turning point where you say, no more shrinking, no more delay. I choose freedom. I choose me fully and without apology. And I go to explain that there was a time in my life where I didn't. For many years, I let fear control my decisions. I let fear of disappointing others, fear of not being enough, fear of that if I ever say no, I will lose the love and the respect I was trying to hold on to. I was overextending, overcompensating, but silently breaking inside. I looked strong on the outside, but I was silently shrinking. Then came a moment of reckoning when everything in me was crying out. And then for the first time, I employed the power of choice by saying what? Yes to me. That is what the choice. That's the power of choice. And many of us women are always in that circle. There's nothing wrong with overextending. There is nothing wrong with having a big heart. There's nothing wrong with pouring into people over and over again, because naturally as a woman, as we are created with that instinct to nurture, to contribute, to help, we are helpers, we're nurturers. And I define that at the beginning of the book, that God has made us as women to help, to extend, to contribute, to just be doing. But then there is a balance to it, and that balance is when, if it begins to compromise on your identity, if it begins to compromise on your purpose, if it begins to compromise on your entire existence, then you have to ensure that you employ the power of choice, because it will get to a point where you will be exhausted and tired, and you will not be effective in the ministry of even pouring into others. So you have to understand the level where it has come to. Okay? So the book is not encouraging that you should stop being a woman, stop being a nurturer, stop being the person, a helper, a contributor, all those beautiful things that women, are known for. No, the book is here to tell you that look, when you begin to hit a threshold, okay, when it begins to hit a threshold, when it begins to hit a point whereby you are now finding yourself, like I said in the book, shrinking, that means you are being deprived. Something in you is breaking. Your purpose is out of the window. You don't even know who you are. You've lost yourself. You begin to, you're all over the place. You're confused. There's confusion. That, all of that comes with being out of alignment with who you are. Then it comes to a point where you have to employ the power of choice. And choice have consequences. Choice will require changes. Choice will require effort. Choice will require your ability to stand up. So that's what that particular aspect of that book is talking about, okay? You have to employ the power of choice. And the truth about it is, at the end of the day, your best self will give more than your worst self. That's what many women don't know. When you are in the best shape, when you're in the best moment, when you're in your best mindset, you're going to give your best. But when you are deprived, you are shrinked, you are exhausted, you are not who you are, you are striving, you are confused, you are in so much chaos. That is exactly when you cannot even be the best version of yourself. That is when you cannot even be your best self to others. So you have to understand that you have the power of choice. Don't be so helpless that you don't know that you have a choice in this life. And choice cut across every aspect of life, from what you do, how you show up, who you relate with, who you don't relate with. It shows up in every decisions we make every single day. So as a woman of purpose, as a woman of God, as a woman with a divine creation that God has designed to be and to contribute and to help and to impact the world, it is your responsibility to know that you have what? The power of choice. And so it's important to exploit that fact and to break out from all the fears. Oh, I don't want to disappoint other people. If you're not in your best self, you're going to disappoint other people. That's how it is. So all the things that you're afraid of, you're going to do it because you're not in your best self. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. I don't want the video to be so long. Like I said, I want to keep it really short, within 15 minutes of length. Okay, don't want to, waste time. So I think we're going to stop here for today. I encourage you again to get the book. Okay, the book has everything you need to be able to come back to your true self as a woman. Okay, we're going to continue the series, and I'm going to be explaining and sharing more from the message behind the book. All right, so um I'm so excited because I know that this book will change a lot of lives. I'm so excited for the impact that the book is gonna have, because it did bring me to my place of awareness as well. So that which I've received, you would also receive it. Okay, the essence is for us to become all that God has designed for us to be, and to make tremendous impact in our world as a woman. So I encourage you to go get the book. It's available on Amazon. Read it, digest it, imbibe it. Okay, let it soak in, okay, for every word, and take the memorable actions in those books. Okay, everything that book says, try to practice it and see your life become different and become all that God has designed for you to be. All right, so we're gonna stop here for today, and I will be here again next time, hopefully next week, to share more insights from the book. I'm really happy, I'm really excited, and I'm always grateful to God for the opportunity to serve and to make an impact in the world today. All right, so till next time, guys, thank you so much, and do have an amazing time and great day ahead. God bless you. Bye.